I'm ready. Welcome back. I had my soundboard together. Welcome back to the one and only world-renowned Shattered Illusionz podcast. Alex, turn the tape input up a little bit so I can hear my sounds a little bit. No, it's on the board. Tape input all the way to the right. All the way to the right. Nope. It's a knob. It's a knob. Tape input. Yep. Now let's try it again. Welcome to the Shattered Illusionz podcast. That's still low. There it is. All right. Now, hey, you know what? I'm finally happy to kind of be back and live in effect. We've been doing a little bit behind the scenes of the past couple of weeks. Well, I have at least. Haven't really been uploading like that. But I'm excited to kind of get back to it. Been having a little bit of personal things I got to handle. There's no excuse of work. Still got to get done. But I can kind of focus myself and put everything back in the Shattered Illusion. So happy to be back. Happy to have my co-host and one of our regulars on. I'll get to her in a second when I get to her. But before we do that, I'm going to check in on my co-host first. Seymour, how you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, come on, man. Alex.
Good evening, everyone. Like I said. Blessed to see another weekend. Blessed to be fit. And I'm going to go ahead and plug my socials. If you want to get fit or learn some new fitness information, learn about how AI is affecting the fitness industry, things of that nature, BBLs, weight loss drugs, how to get a six-pack, and how to unbig your back, go ahead and give me a follow. C Marty Fit, CMARTY Fit on Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube page.
I'm telling you, man, just like the infomercial like gene that you're getting right now, man. I'm really impressed, bro. And I told you even before the show started, man, you're doing your topics, you're having segments now, you're not just doing video reactions, bro. You're evolving as a content creator, man. This is how we do it. But when you do something so much, it's just naturally gonna get good at it, man.
That's facts. Appreciate that.
Awesome, man. Proud of you, man. Keep doing your thing. And Alex, how you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
That's all you ever do is just be dry. I'm good. How are you?
You know I've had a long day.
You want to go ahead and shout them out real quick?
Shout out to Tanisha. She got married. I love that for her. Amen.
Shout out to what's her name? Tanisha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Michael.
Shout out to you, and Michael. Yeah. Anyway. You know, I've accepted the fact that I'm pretty bitter right now and just jaded. So it is what it is.
Bitter man.
Bitter man. So we actually have one of our, you know what? I'm going to, before I obliterate her and hurt her feelings, I'm actually going to give her some flowers today. We actually have one of the most consistent, hardworking, dedicated girls down here. You all know her. You might love her, you might hate her, you might feel indifferent about her, but we have the one and only, the lovely, talented Destiny.
Get back in the kitchen.
I hate you. I hate this guy.
But she's educated.
She's educated. She makes money. She's traveled. Well-traveled, all things that men care about. You know, we don't care about your beauty, don't care about how sexy you are. It's just education and traveling, right, Destiny?
Jesus. All right. Whatever you say.
So, how you feeling today?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
You know what? Anytime I get a chance to see you and just pick with you for the night, I literally, that's a good day for me.
Out of it, yeah.
That's a good day for me. Like, I get off on this. So,
I can tell.
Really, Destiny, we appreciate you guys coming down here. You don't have any backup tonight. You're literally the only girl.
Shanita, Naja, why you threw me to the wolves, y'all?
Put the camera on me. Naja, Shanita, DK. What's the other girl's name? Marissa, definitely. Y'all are on the chopping block with me. Don't make me get mad. It's gonna be the C Marty, TK, Alex, and Destiny show in a minute.
Oh Lord,
you stressed this.
That's what's
going to happen.
And honestly, you know what? now off of the nice Destiny stuff, because she acts like she has a life now for some reason. Like, you're not available next week in Destiny? Is that what you were saying?
No, I'm not. I have a prior engagement, and we discussed this.
Okay, so tell the people, because our supporters want to know, what's your prior engagement? What's
A
important
lady
in the
never shares
Shadow
her
Illusions
secrets.
podcast?
Ladies do not share their secrets.
Ooh.
Okay. There's
So you
a
know
sense
what
of
that
privacy.
mean.
What do you mean?
She on OnlyFans?
You think I would? Okay.
You know what?
No.
That seems probably an undercover stripper or something. I wouldn't be surprised.
God, she for going out with a sugar daddy or something.
Something.
She on the sugar daddy website.
See,
No, I'm not.
see,
Won't
Destiny
y'all
has
say
this.
that?
She has this like
A stripper? The hell?
this BS prude act that she has. Like she's a good girl, doesn't do anything. Those be the worst ones, for being honest.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
All the
Really?
assumptions that you're making, sir.
Yes.
You don't
and-
know diddly. How in the world are you gonna make those type of assumptions?
No.
Okay, so
diddly.
you've been open about your comings and goings every single time, but now the one time we asked you for this 1 week, and all of a sudden,
Have I always been open?
a lady never tells her secrets.
You should have just lied.
Exactly.
You should have just lied.
That's what all females do anyway. So I mean, just go
False.
ahead,
You
just
don't
go ahead and
lie.
adopt.
Negative.
Just
Don't
go ahead
listen
and
to this
adopt
man.
Negative.
Don't listen to this man. Oh my gosh. No,
Negative.
that's not true.
On to the show. I think we actually should give some people some value out of this as opposed to picking with Destiny. I can do that all night, but you guys actually turn in for some value. So we're going to give you guys some value today. So before we kind of get into our topic for the night, I kind of want to talk about, in case y'all don't know, fellas and the 5 ladies that probably watch this podcast, most people are actually struggling financially right now. I know Instagram and social media will have you thinking that people are in Dubai every weekend and traveling and, down in Cancun, Mexico, they turn up popping bottles every day. But let me here to tell y'all, Shatter Illusions podcast, we shatter all illusions. Everything about that is fake. Most people are in crippling credit card debt right now. Most people don't have more than $1,000 to their name. Most people are one paycheck away from poverty or being put out on the street. And a lot of the people that you see that actually are traveling, they're not showing you the high credit card debt and the fact they're not paying the mortgage. So the one thing I always was told before I started paying the mortgage, people would tell me that when you pay a mortgage, everything changes. And I'll kind of put it to the wayside. I'm like, that's not true. Like, I would still be able to go out when I pay a mortgage and everything. And I still can because I make enough money right now. But that mortgage, that payment that you make every single month, that's what cripbles a lot of people. And it kind of reminded me of this one time I was in the gym, a pretty well-known person who's like, actually, ironically, she's over in Europe right now. See, Ma, you know who I'm talking about too. She's 19 years old and goes all the time. You know what I'm talking about. Aren't you?
Oh, I think I know.
So yeah. So I was having a conversation with her one time, and mind you guys, her parents has like a lot of money, and she works like as a restaurant hostess, I think.
She's still in Europe?
Bro, she's gone for a month.
I'm so jealous.
So I was talking to her, just kind of like, how I do when I talk to girls. I kind of make them mad. That's what I do. Just kind of get them the skin. Whole different conversation. I'm talking to her. I'm like, hey, so I see you be traveling, because she'd be like in the Philippines. She goes to Mexico, Italy. And I'm like, you traveling a lot. I was like, you must either got a nigga that makes a lot of money or you doing well for yourself. She's like, oh no, I make my own money. I said, huh? I said, what do you do again? I work at a restaurant. So the cognitive dissonance of women not understanding how the world really works. And I'm not going to be mad at her because at 19, I didn't understand how the world worked either. But you're 19 years old. Your parents are loaded. You can afford to take off and go for a month and be well supported and supplied. But you don't really making no money like that. If that girl didn't have the parents that she had, or she wasn't so sheltered growing up, or she had to pay a mortgage, she wouldn't be able to do those things. But most people, and women, especially 19 that are young and hot, are not going to understand that. So I want to open the floor up to you guys. Destiny, or C. Marty, or Alex, anyone y'all can go. Why do y'all think that most people are struggling financially right now?
It's because they see social media and they see people living a certain type of way, and they're trying to match that. That's the problem. I mean, people are trying to live it up when they don't have the means for it, you know? And I think if people are a little bit more honest with themselves and put their priorities in check, they wouldn't have to be in crippling debt if they were able to put their responsibilities first. I mean, it's nice to have vacations, nice to travel, but you got to make sure stuff is at home taken care of first. You know what I mean? So,
okay,
That's
that's a fair point. What you got, see, Marty?
Man, it's multiple things, but I think one is it could be job shaming. You know, a lot of people are they'll take a certain career path because that's what's cool on paper. That's what sounds good. You know, instead of doing one thing. So I'll go back to school, get in this debt. I could say I'm in this career because it sounds good, but I could have done this and made more money and worked my way up if I had some patience. So I think that's part of it. Social media plays a factor. Everybody's trying to keep up. And people just don't keep it real with themselves, man. Like, you know, even dating, you know, I'm not sure. I'm sure you've experienced it at some point, but it's just like, yeah. And I'm not trying to come at the ladies this early in the podcast.
Nah, I say go ahead.
But
and
let's
do it.
keep it 100. They always want to be on the go, always doing stuff, and sometimes you just gotta sit down. Sometimes you gotta sit down, bro. And people just they want to post the boomerang. They want to post they was here. They want to post they was there. And it's outside is expensive.
Especially now, like even with just like restaurants, going to restaurants, constantly turn up. Luckily, I don't drink, but I still supply alcohol for the podcast and everything. Whole different conversation. But man, people go to you can go to a club or a bar or a lounge and spend $100 easily on alcohol, just like trying to drink. Man, I don't really understand. And you know, alcohol. Let's say you go out twice a week, and that's like $200 on alcohol just by itself.
Yep.
And not to mention, if you start like buying bottles in the club, and I never understood that. Why the fuck are like bottles marked up so high in the club, and people be paying that stuff, bro?
Because they know people gonna buy it. It looks cool.
Yep. And they're peacocking that too.
Yeah, if you're trying to impress a shorty,
That's a good term.
It is. You never heard of peacocking before?
No, I have. I'm surprised
Okay.
you've heard of it. That's what I'm saying. That's actually a pickup artist term.
but
I was trying to give you some credit here. I wasn't trying to just let you know.
She came prepared.
For once in her life.
Cute. Oh my God. Never mind. I don't got the energy for it today.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
hold up. I got the button.
It's up top.
See, Mark, we gotta start with the you knowing my soundboard, but not knowing my soundboard. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Pause.
Lord. Okay.
Was that a pause?
He said it's at the top. No. I feel like pause.
Now I wish I had your button. You're out of here one, because I would have got you about it.
You know what? I'm gonna get the soundboard today. When we done, I would bring the soundboard over here.
It would have been no Lex. You've been out. There'd been no producer tonight. It just would have been C. Marty and Destiny. You're out of the show now.
That's cute.
And you need to update the stream deck.
No, we need you, girl. You ain't
so you
going
get more
nowhere.
buttons.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. Don't worry.
Let me
We know the truth.
hold on, C. Marty.
We know the truth.
Uh-oh.
What are y'all talking about?
Nothing. I was talking to her.
Oh yeah, but I got you, C. Marty, man.
Yeah.
And like I
thought.
said, this is a shame. I'm going to be one with my soundboard now. I'm going to be the one saying that button's on the third page, middle row, 3 over. That's going to be my job from now on. Got it. But Alex, you've been quiet. So why do you think that most people are struggling financially in 2024?
Okay. I think it's a few things. We can start with the school system. It's not something that they teach. It's something that they have to figure out on their own. And a lot of people, as soon as they get money, they just want to go get something quick. They see everybody with the same thing. Social media. They also family. And I say family because a lot of families have this mindset: as soon as you're 18, you're an adult, you got to get out of my house and you got to struggle. You got to figure it out by yourself. And I'm not saying they should hold their hand, but help them out a little bit. Give them the guidance so they don't make the same mistakes you made. Don't just throw them out at the age of 18 or say that I can't help you.
We're going to do a more in-depth episode about this probably between me and C. Marty.
I was, I could go in about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Listen.
like, do you want to kind of tell people what you've been doing? You want to kind of keep it in the wraps for right now?
Now, I'm gonna keep that under wraps.
Under
But
wraps.
what I will say is this though, and I don't want to say too much about myself, but I'm sure other Black men and women can relate. But ever since my first paycheck, bro, I never really had a chance to really stack bread, bro. Like my peoples was in my pockets from when I started making minimum wage. they was in my pockets. You feel me? And a lot of children, they able to get a head start. Or I even know not children, young adults. And I even know young adult. Well, we're not young no more, but I know people when we were young adults, they was flexing when they got a house. But grandpa did the down payment, grandma did the down payment. You feel me? So, and I'm not hating on that. And that's amazing. I would want to do that for my kids and grandkids, but people get a head start and most of us don't. So that's a separation right there.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that, bro. I want to say two things to that. One, I'm blessed to the fact that I never had the kind of parents that were in my pocket from day one. Both my father and my mother, they made sure that, you know, my credit was good. They weren't opening accounts in my name. They weren't like doing things trying to take money when I didn't. They didn't make me pay rent for a very long time. So that is an advantage. But also, like, I think that we have to kind of start educating not only children, but parents about the detriments of like opening false accounts, of not managing money well. Because really, if you really being honest, bro, outside of school, and honestly, not even in school, how many of our parents will actually know how to grow money, multiply, and then keep their wealth? That's not a skill that's taught, especially in the Black family.
Yep.
So when you have the people that like grandparents or, you know, mothers and fathers that make that down payment for their child, sometimes we as Black people will say, oh, you didn't get out the mud yourself. Oh, you had help. And I can see like why people say that, but that should be an area where your family should be able to help you out with stuff like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like your mother should be able to give you a down payment or help you out like by not paying rent.
Or start you with a car. Like,
Right. And it's kind of like Black people, we glorify the struggle sometimes. Like, yeah, I got out the mud and you didn't. That's not something that I really would be like proud to say, you know. But I definitely get what you're saying, and some things just gonna have to change on its own. Go ahead, Alex. Somebody say
It was
something?
me.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think a lot of parents do that because they want you to be able to appreciate it more. Because if you feel like everything is handed to you, you're not going to appreciate it at some point, you know? And then when you die and when they die eventually, you know, and you're on your own, you're going to be looking for them for their help and they're not going to be there. So sometimes they want you to struggle so you can be able to stand on your own 2 feet.
I feel like
that's a good point too.
Sometimes.
I feel like
that's
it
what,
depends,
you know.
because I can say, and speaking for myself, I'm very blessed. My parents paid for my undergrad. They got me my first car. They, you know, a lot of things that they've done for me, but I am more than grateful, more than appreciative. And I also think that also depends on how they raised you.
Yep. And some kids are.
So it really, it's a mix. It depends, but I definitely agree with that.
You gonna say something, to Marty? Go ahead.
No, that was Alex said what I was gonna say.
So, Destiny, I want to agree with you on one point. It's like every man, especially men, should have some kind of struggle in their life. Nothing should be given to them. There's a difference between self-inflicted struggle, though, and then somebody being detrimental. So, like your parents opening accounts in your name or trying to like put bills in your name at a very young age, that's not a struggle that I would really glorify, you know. But like teaching your children that hard work pays off, having discipline, having integrity. That sometimes I'm not gonna like help letting them bump their head a little bit. I'll agree with that struggle, but the struggle of like the other stuff, I don't agree with that. You know, I think, yeah. So, but I think that most Black parents, I'm not gonna say most, but a lot of Black parents will actually just self-inflict the pain and struggle, as opposed to like having life and teaching them good lessons to let them build good character. If that makes sense.
Facts. They'll say, I went through it, now it's your turn, instead of saying, I did this. This is what I learned. So this is what you should do.
Exactly. And like, you know, a lot of people like Shaq and Andrew Tate, they always say that they're not going to leave their son anything when they pass on. And, you know, they always will make the point to say that, you know, I'm rich, you're not. And I think for a boy, that's probably a philosophy that I would take too. If I'm being honest, you know, I got upset when they said that at first, but I kind of understand why they kind of take that measures now, because when you're just handed things as a man, you don't get those hard lessons going to teach you how to be a man. But if I'm being honest with my son, I'll probably tell him the same exact thing, but I'll probably leave something in the will like, hey, if this dude mess up, then you know you probably gonna get something in the next couple of years. That's probably what I would be. But I would make sure that he understands that like it's not a guarantee kind of thing. And I'm gonna make him think he don't got shit. So he'll get out there and make it for himself. And they're probably doing the same thing, honestly. Because I can't imagine not leaving their children anything. They probably just talking, but you know. That's a
That's
whole different
actually my
conversation.
mindset. Like they'll be like, "You got money?" I say, "No." My dad has money. My mom has money. That's my stepmom has money. That's not my money. That's their money. Now, if they do something for me or they provide something for me, I'm grateful. But it's the difference between my money and their money, and that is their money.
Yeah.
So I'm not depending, knowing that it's going to be there because it might not always be there for me, and it shouldn't because I'm getting older. I'm an adult, you know.
And actually, Kevin O'Leary famously said he makes his son sit in business class while he up in first class. I'm like, that nigga's a savage.
I
He
wouldn't go
said
that
at least
far,
he
but
got a
okay.
plane ticket.
I mean,
I would do it.
I understand it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I understand it now. Now, would it be everything every time thing with me? No, but like sometimes a man has to go through things to learn those hard lessons by themselves.
Jackie Chan did it too.
Yeah, Jackie Chan, you're right about that.
Really?
I think
Okay.
Jackie Chan said he ain't gonna leave his children
He
shit.
said he ain't giving them nothing.
I think that's what he said. And you know he got the bag, so you know he got a little something.
Oh yeah.
So whole different conversation.
But it don't matter though if they teaching their kids how to get it and how money works.
Yeah.
How to maintain
It
it too,
doesn't
yeah.
even matter, you know.
Mhm.
I get that, but I feel like for my children, like I have to leave them something.
Yeah, I have to leave my child something.
I agree with that
I
too,
agree with that
Alex.
too.
I agree with that, and I think that even though not to get biblical, but even the Bible says you should leave your children an inheritance. But at the
Especially in
same
this
time,
world.
people like it's kind of like when you're in the gym and everything. It's like when you have a spot, sometimes subconsciously you kind of can get that in the back of your head that if I fail, I gotta bail out. He gonna bail me out. But when you don't have no spot and that fight or flight kind of kicks in, you make shit happen. And that could be the same thing about, just trying to build wealth and stuff. And remember, just like going to the gym, just like building a business, acquiring wealth is a skill set. If you have that mindset, know human psychology, how to sell, you'll never be broke a day in your life. And it's more important for your parents to pass down knowledge than it is to pass down assets. Because if you pass down the knowledge, you can get assets easily.
That's true.
So
I agree.
let's go on to my next point. I just kind of want to touch a couple points where I think people are struggling financially right now. See, Mark, we're going to do, like I said, a more in-depth episode about this. I kind of want to just touch on a very high level right now. Pause. That was a pause. But honestly, the worst thing that I think that's probably messing this generation up right now is the high cost of education.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, Jesus.
So
Black women are the most educated.
educating loose to shit. Whole different conversation.
Excuse the heck out of me, boy.
But I'm not lying though. And see, it's just like inflation. When you flood the market with a certain asset, that asset becomes less valuable. I was talking to my nana at one point before she passed on, and she went to Morgan State. She completed a whole semester of Morgan State, a whole 2 years of Morgan State for $750.
Oh my God.
What?
You heard me right.
I'm jealous.
$750. And back then, if you had a degree, that's like you was like that person. You was that nigga back then. No matter what it was in, because it was just such a few and far in between thing. So when you have people that are coming out of college, and I wrote the stat down, it says that the average person is $33,000 in student loan debt. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't include grad school, med school, law school, graduate, none of that stuff. It's just the average undergrad. So people are coming out of college already in the hole without having any kind of money. And if you're in $33,000 in debt, most people ain't coming out making more than 40 or 50. So you have a $40,000 salary, 50 depending on where you live at, you're $33,000 in debt. You paying off that loan affects your ability to save money and acquire more assets. In the 40s, 50s, shit, even the 80s and 90s, people weren't coming out of school already in debt and crippling debt.
And that interest rate go crazy.
Bro, don't get me started. So that affects your ability right there to save and earn money. Y'all kind of want to chime in on anything about the student debt, Destiny or Simani? Because Simani was in college too, right?
Yeah, I
You was on
had a
scholarship?
scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was blessed. I was blessed.
So you had a full ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So you don't got no student loan debt.
Zero.
bro.
I ain't got no.
Shit, I'm about to clap it up for you, bro, because that's what's up. Anything, Destiny? What you got?
Ooh, yeah, school's expensive, but I do have student loan debt, but the government's about to pay it off because my job, they have like this program or something, which is helpful. So I appreciate my
Biden.
agency for, yeah. that too.
Man, don't get me started, bro. 'cause
What?
That's gonna be a whole
I
different
forgot
conversation.
Aren't you a Trumper?
Yeah, I am, but I'm gonna leave that alone for this episode.
I
But
don't think you're a Trumper. I think you're a common sense
Independent?
censor.
Oh.
no, hold on, like
Independent.
Following the Cheeto dusted man.
wait, somebody tripping.
I'm tripping.
Now, when I say that, listen, I'm gonna preface and say this. I don't agree with anything, 100% of anything anybody says, but I actually like Trump outside, not even the presidential candidate. I like him as a person. I don't know him, obviously, of course, but
Like-
I've read his books, things like that. Go ahead.
Like, take away he got good books, and take away all the racist allegations, and just look at the person. Like,
I think
he was pretty fucking brilliant.
I think Trump's a great businessman. I think that he's hilarious, honestly. I think a lot of stuff that he makes sense, and I can see why he's so popular. Now, do I think that he's a what?
Is it not working?
No, it's just like not staying up, but it's okay. I'll just hold it. Go
Oh.
ahead, continue.
Yeah, but
Turn
I
the-
was just saying I like Trump.
Turn
And
the Millie to a Billy, man.
now, what y'all was saying about, I'm glad you said that, because that was an example of his parents had money, but he multiplied that money. His parents were in a position to help him out by giving him $1 million, and people always try to use that against him. But honestly, bro, you give most people $1 million, they gonna be flat broke in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
It's the habit thing. It's just like, if the world, let's pretend the world was fair here for a second, right?
Huh.
And let's say everybody all of a sudden weighed 300 pounds.
Oh my god.
Right. The people
Good
that
comparison,
the
actually.
people that are fit right now will end up fit again because they understand how to track their calories, how to work out, right nutrition, how everything, right? And the people that are fat will end up staying just as fat as they are, if not bigger. Because, like I said, everything goes down to your habits and your knowledge. If you are a fat ass now, even if everything was equal, you're going to be a fat ass again.
Dog,
If you're,
I'm about to do a podcast on that, bro.
see, look,
Sorry,
I'm
bro.
helping, nah, it's cool. I'm helping see Marty out with his pod, bro. But that's why I'm here, though. But it's the same thing with money. If everybody had $1 million equally, the people that were rich will multiply that product and turn it into a different business, scale that money up. And people with a broke mindset will go back and start spending that money and end up broke in 2 or 3 years. It's all about your habits, how you manage things. That's how it really boils down to. Also, the other thing that I was talking about, why most people are kind of struggling financially right now, is just that the economy is pretty much just like effed up overall. I got this somebody lingering, somebody walking. Yeah, but most the economy messed up right now, just period overall. Like groceries, as you guys know, I pretty much shop once a week. Alex and I go do our little grocery haul and everything. And the money that I spend in groceries is just like getting ridiculous. Like I probably literally spend about $500 a week just on groceries, right?
For the month, it's like more than 2.
Easily. That's like food is probably my next biggest expense outside of housing and stuff. And honestly, it might even be my biggest expense if I'm being honest. But and again, I buy like organic food, grass-fed meats, things like that.
Got the outline already.
He the Steve about to go in next week.
Oh, brother.
But I buy like organic foods, fresh vegetables, things like that. So that kind of does like exponentially like raise my food price, but it's just still ridiculous. Just even between the last 2 or 3 years, like the grocery prices have gone like crazy. Things I would get like a thing of organic spinach for $2.99. Let's say 2020, 21, but now it's like $5.99. It's just like it's little stuff like that. And most people already aren't making the money to do that. Luckily, I make a pretty good salary, so it doesn't hurt me too much. But I'm still to a point now where I think like, damn, do I really need that? And that comes down to that also that broke mindset as well. But my thing is, I don't have any kids. If I don't have any kids, and I start thinking about things like that, I can't imagine people who have like 4 or 5 kids and working a $40,000 job a year, how they must be struggling right now.
I'm gonna be honest too. Even with training, like a lot of people are like my clientele isn't the same as it used to be because
You told me that, bro.
the economy's different,
Yeah.
and people might rock with me, but if they could get it cheaper, they're gonna go somewhere else. Like I know certain places are cheaper than me, so they go in there. No shade to anybody, but like I'm not bringing my price down. I'm not. So
But they still gonna be a happy hour a week though.
that's why I'm not bringing my price down.
And bro, you know what you're doing at this point too. Like, if you want quality, you're gonna pay for it.
Exactly.
You got plenty of results, you got plenty of good clientele, and like it really comes down to a priority thing. Because if I'm honest, if I was a big bag, I didn't know what I was doing. The first thing I'm doing is paying a train. That's like that's probably 4th or 5th on my list at that point. If I was in that position, it would be my food, shelter, basic needs like toiletries and things like that, then training. But you still like going up there, turning up every week and trying to fly down to Mexico, running your credit card debt up, but you can't afford a trainer. Man, get the hell out of here.
Get me started.
But no, I have a pretty good job. Pays very well. And for people that have my job that have kids, I'm like, how do you do it? Because the fact that even I want to go out, I pay for school out of pocket. Like all that stuff was not cheap. So I get it. But like, dang, you're making this with kids and you have to make it work. It's insane to me.
And the fact that you said that and people still like, when you gonna have kids? You don't got kids yet?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like, why would I be concerned with bringing a kid in this world? One, in this economy,
bro.
And two, like if it's not going to be, if it's going to be a struggle to raise the kid and give the basic needs, that just doesn't even make sense.
But that's the reason that the birth rate and everything is declining the way it is right now too. Because people are thinking the same exact thing. They can't afford it.
Yep.
And like I said, I make a pretty good salary, and I honestly probably could afford to have kids and that treat them with more than just the basic needs that they have. But at the same time, it's like, our mindset, see, Marty, is like we don't want to do things unless we can do it at 1% level. So I want to make sure that when I have my kids, I can 100% afford to my wife to stay home. She don't got to worry about no daycare BS, none of that stuff. Like the financial burden as a man should be 100% placed on me. Is it definitely harder than it was 20 or 30 years ago? Absolutely. But that's just part of being a man. It's never going to be ideal. You just have to get it done anyway.
Stop simping, bro. It's like, nah.
Well, what? They don't call me TK the Simp in a minute, bro.
But
TK Simpson.
Hey. I was about to say, everything isn't priced as it was in the 80s and 90s, but that pressure is a good thing for men now. Because if you can overcome that pressure, you're gonna be in a really good spot and you're gonna stand out.
Yeah, whole different conversation. But like I always say, and this is gonna kind of go to the dating stuff. Like I never, for as much as I'm trying to be honorable and things and try to wait till I'm 100% financially secure to have a child, I have never seen a bum of a man that does not have multiple baby mamas. That's all I'm going to say. And that should just kind of tell you about the type of men that women like. Destiny, you've been kind of quiet back there. You got any?
I'm just listening at this point.
See, listen.
Y'all are, no, I'm just listening. That's
she's
all.
soaking up game right now.
That's all. That's why she's here. And to give her little horseshit comments every 4 or 5
You know what?
seconds.
I'm gonna need you to stop that. I'm gonna need you to stop that.
Destiny, if I don't pick on you and make you better, how will the people know that you're? How you gonna get better if
Who's
I don't do
gonna
that
make
to
her
you?
better? Not these friends, these friend ninjas that's simping on her.
Niggas that want to go out to dinner with her, but we want to blow her back out.
We went out to catch up.
Oh my God.
He's my friend.
He's like a brother.
He was like a brother.
He would never.
Since college.
Since college. What's your college?
Put the camera on me.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
You down bad. Terrible.
What?
And I got a button for you.
Who are
see
you
Marty?
talking to?
There's a button that man. This guy stinks.
It's at the bottom right.
Oh, brother, this guy
No,
stinks.
Okay, now
doesn't.
I'm
He's
just gonna
my
say
friend.
you need to use that button on yourself because how can you not find your own buttons on your soundboard?
Yeah.
So click it again for you. This
Yeah.
guy stinks.
This,
because
this is for
can't-
you. This is for
No, keep
Get back in the kitchen.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say
You see the
that.
deflection
But
when men are
You
right?
better stop saying that. She's gonna be cooking grits one day. Know what I mean?
like
I ain't gonna put Alex out there right now. I was gonna
like
say
I
something.
said,
Put her out there.
I ain't
What
gonna
was
do
you
you
it.
don't
gonna
want to mess
say?
up a happy home. Come on now.
You must not know me very well.
Happy
And you
wife.
probably do.
Happy wife, happy life.
Look,
Hey, where's Boo this man
Look.
at? Come on.
She gonna be cooking grits. Watch out.
you still can't
You have
find
to
it.
prioritize Alex's happiness.
I'm about to say, see, Marty, he might need your help again.
Hey, bro. We want to have a new producer soon. Hey, listen, we looking for a producer for the Shatter Illusionz podcast.
Don't
Lex
say that.
is out of here.
No,
She's out of here.
not.
Yeah, sure.
Be nice.
I got a producer, bro.
Do you really?
You need to bring a producer down.
Oh Lord.
Let's produce your shows a lot of the time when I'm not doing it. What you talking about?
I'm about to
So
bring a new
I'm
producer down,
confused.
bro.
If I do both y'all shows,
I'm bringing a new producer.
if he's yeah.
Hold on, I do see Marty's show most of the time.
I was about to say
That
if
is facts,
he's
though.
not doing it, is what I was about to say.
But y'all was on y'all was down here just having a good old time the other
No,
night.
he was in our bag.
I'm not gonna
last
hold
night.
you. That episode was lit.
Yeah, he was in our bag last night.
That joint was lit.
Just having a good old time. Anyway.
Yeah.
But the next time that you need a co-host, why don't you just ask me? I'll go there and I can be politically correct for episode
You
two.
ain't got. First of all, you ain't
It
got
gotta
to
be
politically
fitness
I
related.
can be fitness politically correct.
correct. Okay, nah, I want your input, but I know you be tired on Friday. You be trying to chill,
Bro,
So
I
I was being courteous of your
Be
time.
considerate of your time.
The
Yeah.
same reason that you don't interject on my show, the same way I'll do it on your show. I'm trying to figure out what it is that you need, what kind of role that you need me to play. And I do be tired a lot of the time, but I get the job done regardless. I'm tired the majority of the time.
That is true.
But I still be in the
Whoa.
gym every morning. I'm tired
Well,
as hell.
next time my guest bail on me, without any
Or
notice.
Anyway, I'm not gonna call him out. Not gonna call him out.
Oh.
But you know what I'm talking about.
You need a shots fired.
But like and honestly, even Alex getting on the panel and then I can do the producing. If you want to do that, switch to it sometimes. She's lost a significant amount of weight. She's looking good, all because of me, a whole different conversation. But yeah, any way you want to do it, bro, just let me know.
I do want you to get back on the pod though.
We'll make that work, bro.
All right, bet. Say less.
Honestly, I think you and Alex on the episode together might not be a bad idea next time, and I'll get behind the scenes. We can rotate out.
We can do that too.
I'm hilarious. I just wanted to say that.
Get back in the kitchen.
No, when you did the
I'm gonna give you
Luigi
the rest of the
sound,
cheese grits. It's all right.
son,
I'm gonna leave you the
I
rest of
was
the grits.
hollering, bro.
I need a timestamp or something because I didn't even see that.
What?
Wait, it's on the soundboard. Or she made the sound.
No, I was like,
she made
somebody
the sound.
said something, and I was like, Luigi. But the way it was yeah,
just, it was wild.
yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's go into that. Go ahead.
Financially stable. I just want to say nobody should have to choose between if they could buy a pack of Pampers for their child versus if they or their child can eat. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I agree with that. I agree 110% with that.
Yeah, for
But I mean, the world's just like completely effed right now.
And go ahead.
You see all these women giving their babies up for adoption, and then I'm gonna come back for the baby like next year or in a couple months.
Oh my gosh. That's heartbreaking.
But you know what? As for fucked up as it sounds, it's just like people will know the consequences of something and then be surprised when it happens. It's like, oh, I'm having sex raw, I'm ejaculating in her. Oh, why am I pregnant?
Mhm.
Like,
And then blame it on the dude.
I'm
We'll
like,
take two to tango. So
That's what I'm saying. It's both of them.
yeah, exactly. It's both. Of them.
okay.
I did say it was both. What's the problem now? 'Cause that says both
Okay.
of them.
Can we establish? Yes, it's both of their faults. I agree with you on that.
Yes.
But can we establish who's more at fault here?
Both of y'all made a decision
Okay.
and you acted on that.
Put the
decision.
blame on somebody. Whose fault is it the majority of the time? Who is it?
It's both of you guys.
So you're saying it's 50-50.
It's 50-50 in that sense. You both made a decision to do something, did you not?
I think that's horseshit.
Why is that horseshit?
Because I, as a man, cannot physically enter your body unless who gives me consent. I mean, I can. That's a whole different conversation. But that's wrong and that's against the law. But you know what I'm trying to say. If I can't enter your domain, your body, between your legs, wherever the case is, whose job is it to protect what it is that a guy wants, which is your vagina, right?
Okay.
So you are the gatekeeper. And you're the one that has to vet me to come between your legs, to let me do what I do between your legs, and then let me get off between your legs.
Very true. But you're also an adult. You know that you can procreate, can you not? You need to make sure that you have a condom.
No, that's the woman's responsibility.
I have to tell you as an adult man to put on a condom?
No, you have to make sure that it's your body and it's your choice. It's Stressy all the time, right?
Don't let him hit.
Because if
You
a
don't have a
man,
condom.
exactly,
We have, okay, all right.
you could just say, hey, you know what? If you want to have sex, that's cool. But if you want to do it raw, it's not going to happen. It has to have a condom. But honestly, most girls hate condoms more than dudes. Whole different conversation.
But you should know better. I mean, like, you know you can procreate. Why would you not want to bring a condom with you and be prepared? I mean, you have the ability to make a child with her, can you not? Like, you got to be prepared.
But
and be careful.
okay. So let's go after the sex and after the ejaculation, right? That's why I tell guys to always wear a condom, because if you decide that you want to keep or get rid of the baby, what say do I have in that?
I mean, you should have a say. But,
okay,
I mean,
we say should, but
keep
what
it
say do
100.
I have in it?
not a lot.
2024.
If it's not.
0%.
Okay, right?
0%.
So therefore, I transfer all the responsibility towards you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I have no authority, no responsibility when it comes to that. But you're trying to say 50-50 when it comes to having a child. You know, the math ain't mathing to me.
Okay. All right. Whatever you say.
Whole different conversation.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something.
Now go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
I forgot. Oh. It was about before we got to that conversation, the finances, and that's what ties back to, I don't understand how people cannot leave their kids anything just because dang, I forgot what we were saying.
Like when they pass away or what?
Yeah, when they pass away, but we said something before that. I had a good point to that.
But most people don't have shit to leave when they do pass away, which is why, you know, when people pass away, they get a little bit of that insurance money for whatever they did have, and the family start fighting and bickering because they've never seen so much money before.
That's true.
Like when people pass away, you see a whole different side of like your family that you've never seen a day in your life.
So sad.
A whole different conversation. We kind of get to talk about that later, but
Yeah.
I want to get to smoke and mirrors.
All right.
And this is a TikTok of a guy kind of explaining why everything is so messed up and why millennials are so depressed. I kind of found it to be really good. And like I said, we're going to do a more in-depth episode in the future, but I kind of wanted to touch on this. And I think that he pretty much summed up my thoughts pretty well. Let's check this out.
You want to know why it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed generations ever? It's because we are. But there's a real reason for that. Millennials and Gen Z are honestly the first two generations to see the bullshit for what it was. And not only that, we're the first two generations to actually speak out against the bullshit. Like me, for example. I'm a millennial. I'm a younger millennial. I was born in 1991, which essentially is just 6 years before Gen Z. We were the generation that were told by our Gen X and Boomer parents that if you go to college, get a degree, you graduate, you get a good job. That's all you got to do, right? So we said, all right, cool. We went to college. We got our degrees and we started to graduate in the late 2000s and early 2010s. And those degrees didn't mean a damn thing. As a result, we looked at our Boomer and Gen X parents like, why the fuck did you lie to us like that? It's not their fault. They technically didn't lie to us because the reality of when they were growing up, yes, degrees actually mattered. In fact, a lot of our parents got turned down for jobs because they didn't have degrees. They just didn't know that the world would change right as they were telling us that. Bro, we are really the transitional guinea pig generation. Like when I was born, VHS and cassette tapes were popular. But when I graduated college, we had already started to transition into fully digital media libraries. Literally everything ended and began with my generation. Millennials grew up with so many promises that we all thought we were going to be straight if we just followed the formula. That was never the case, bro. So now, here we are in our early 30s, mid 30s, late, some of us even in our early 40s now, still don't own homes, still in apartments, still kind of just winging it in life. It's even crazier is the fact that the government still sees millennials as children, not realizing that the oldest millennial is in their fucking 40s, bro. We're depressed because we're in a stagnant state. You know what I'm saying? We have not been able to grow. Most millennials' lives honestly have not changed over the last 10 years. You might make a little more money than you did back in 2014, but your living circumstances and all that kind of shit, most likely, it ain't really changed much. Still living in an apartment. You either got the credit score for a house, but you don't got the income, or you got the income, but you don't got the credit. And then with the interest rates being so crazy, it's honestly cheaper to rent a house than it is to buy one. Not to mention that millennials and Gen Z are the generations that just been bombarded with information for our entire lives. Like, yes, awareness is good, but listen, man, too much of anything is a bad thing. And too much awareness definitely takes a toll on your mental health, man. Like everyday war, genocide, famine, gas prices, interest rates, job market. We know too much. Is overwhelming. Everything's expensive now. When I was in college, I used to go to McDonald's and get a McDouble, a McChicken, a large fry, and a sweet tea for $5.35. I put that same meal in my McDonald's app cart the other day. That motherfucker was $12. And our parents had the audacity to ask us, did we have McDonald's money back in the day? Motherfucker, you mean $4? So yeah, man, if it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed and cynical ass generations, it's because we are, for a lot of valid ass reasons. None of us know what the hell going on. We just out here winging it, man.
Hey, what's a horror movie? Good bars.
Hey,
That was
man,
The
a
last year,
Good
the
bars.
millennial.
that man was spitting, man. And you know what? The one thing I do like about our generation, you made a good point. Like, I think that we were born probably at the best time ever in history. And what I mean, outside of the obviously, us getting fucked financially by the economy, we experienced a little bit of everything. I still have memories of things like cassette tapes, CDs, Blockbuster on Friday nights, three-way phone calls, the first days of the internet. We kind of got to experience those days of just kind of like being a child, playing outside with your friends, riding bikes. But we also got to experience this technological kind of revolution as well. And I think you alluded to in the video, too much of anything is a bad thing. We also have lived through some pretty depressing times. Things, 9/11, the pandemic, the recessions. We've seen multiple wars, cold wars. Like, it's not crying and complaining because, we don't do it on this platform. But it's just saying we have seen a lot of different things that a lot of generations have not seen before. And we're probably one of the most unique in that aspect. But they definitely are right. Our parents told us the blueprint to life, which was to go to school, get a degree, get married, get a mortgage. And I don't think they were lying to us, telling us the wrong things, but that playbook worked for them. So they assumed it was going to work for us all these years later, not realizing that times have changed, the economy has changed, and the same things they could afford back in the day on a $35,000 salary is not going to even buy them a fraction of that today. Not to mention, as I already said, we already have more student loan debt. We come out of school not making as much money. Wages haven't moved. We also have more things to pay for. You have all your streaming services, Netflix. You got your internet services, things like DoorDash. And granted, those things are luxury cell phones, but it's still more to pay for on less money with less purchasing power. It's not fair to millennials that are currently as economy structure right now. But like I said, we're not here to complain, just trying to make an observation. What y'all got, Destiny? What you think about the video?
I thought it was actually really good because I know, like, for me, speaking about my own experience, that heartbreak that you feel when you come out of school and you got all these big dreams, like, oh, I'm about to go work for the government. I'm going to be a criminal investigator. I'm gonna be doing all the cases. And they tell you, well, you don't got enough experience. And you're going to be like, wait, but like, I worked so hard in school. I was on the deep list. Like, nah, like, why is that bad? But I mean, like, no, I thought it was good. I can relate to that. Like, it is depressing and it's a shock for you. Because your parents tell you the blueprint plan, and then it just blows up in your face.
It's so funny you say that, Destiny. I was at graduation like a little bit over a month ago, right? And it's this Tyler Perry line for one of my favorite movies, Temptation. We gotta do a deep dive on that too one day, C Monty. I think doing one of them Red Pill, like a Red Pill movie podcast, that'd be good. But one of the lines of the movie is like, that boy gonna take you to hell. Like. And I was sitting here looking at all these kind of like bright eye, wide eye, like high school students that thinking the world's just ahead of them. I'm like,
And you have
this
I'm
world
telling
about to take you to hell. It's just like you have no idea life's about to drag your ass by your nuts. Pause. It's literally about to get bad for you. A lot of people, you know. But I just thought that was funny.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Life about to drag
Was
you
that
by
a,
your
was that a
nuts.
pause? Should I say hair or something? I don't know.
No.
What?
It's Christmas. All right. But no, I understand that depression feeling. 'Cause I know I definitely felt it. Like I'm an
Yeah.
investigator now, but like at first I was like, why can't I just jump into the job and be like, they're like, no, you don't have the experience or whatever. Like that kills you because your parents tell you, hey, if you do this, this, and this is what's gonna happen. And when it doesn't go that way and they don't prepare you for that shocker, it's like, what?
That's another fact too, Destiny. I didn't even think about that. Most people like the job requirements, they want 5 or 10 years of experience for entry level position.
I know.
And then a master's degree and some more stuff. I'm like, bro,
I know.
how do you get experience without experience?
I know. And then I was completely like floored. But you know, I mean,
And
things
my
worked out in the end.
parents would tell you that now, because both of my parents are pretty high level, like government officials, like they work for the federal government, and they'll tell you that if they had to re-enter the applicant pool right now as it's currently structured, they wouldn't qualify for their positions. Like getting a federal government job back in the day, that was like the gold mine for any black person. Just like you get a good retirement, pension, all that stuff. And it's still a good job, don't get me wrong, but like it's just not as powerful as it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Somebody tell my grandfather that.
But your grandfather's, like we were just saying, he's
that's
still
what
stuck
I'm
in that
saying.
old
He's still,
blueprint.
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
Now, don't get me wrong.
good.
The government's still one of the better jobs to have out
No,
here. Don't
for
get me
sure,
wrong, but
for sure.
it's just not like that. Like you were pretty much guaranteed to be financially set if you had a government job back in the day. Could it still possibly be that? Sure, but just significantly reduced as far as impact and everything.
Oh yeah, he was, and he still is. That's probably why he's gunning for
Did
that.
he retire from the government?
He did. He worked in the Capitol. He was an accountant.
And he probably got that original retirement package too.
And he was in the Air Force, so he got a lot.
Yeah, I knew your grandfather probably sitting pretty. I ain't mad
I
at
used
that.
to get, for my birthday and Christmas, we would all get checks for like to put towards stuff in the future, and he definitely, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, again, that's an antiquated way. And honestly, if I could do it all over again, I would not have gone to college, especially for the degree that I got. I would have done one or two things. It would have been military when they got that VA loan, or had them pay for my school, something like that, and just kind of suffer for those 4 or 5 years. Or I would have gone to like plumbing school, HVAC. And I think you were saying this earlier, C. Marty. We don't find those jobs like quote unquote sexy, but them are the ones that make bank. You got a skill or something. It's not the sexy walking into an accountant firm with the your 3-piece suit on and stuff, but like you're gonna be making money, especially if you go in there get an apprenticeship, and then you go open your own business. I mean, you could easily clear $1 million a year if you're doing any kind of good business. Of course, not overnight. Nothing's overnight, but you know what I mean.
Tell people the degree that you have.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, criminal justice.
There you go.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Criminology.
There you go.
You see,
So you
but
said you
like
wouldn't
I
have
said, I wouldn't. And my mom tried to tell me she shouldn't do that bullshit. But I thought I knew everything in that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she was right. And I mean, you say that a lot to your parents as you get older. But
yeah,
sometimes you gotta bump your head a little bit to before you understand how life works.
Though. My mom, it was between theater and criminology. She was like, "I ain't paying $6,000 a year for
I'm
you
glad
to
you ain't do that theater bullshit. I'm glad you did.
I was a theater kid. That's the reason why I was like, wait, I want to be on stage. She's like, hell no. But okay. But criminology, no, it's a good major.
What you got, see, Monty?
I'm gonna say it depends on the situation when it comes to parents, because it's people that I'm like me, listening to parents my whole life, and then finally get to a point where it's like I can't listen no more. Like that's not working.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation too, bro. But like, especially your mother, like your mother wants to protect you from risk. So like, even Tyler Perry talks about this. As much as he loved his mom would tell him things like, you shouldn't be writing plays, go get a real job, things like that. And it's not necessarily from a malicious point. I'm not going to say all parents, but it's just like they're trying to protect you from potentially hurting yourself and taking on more risk. But we all know that without risk, there's no chance of reward. So
High risk, high reward.
Parents, especially mothers, are normally more risk averse, and it's not necessarily them being malicious. It's just trying to protect you from potentially harming yourself.
Definitely.
Very true.
But so what we got next? So we got we gonna do. Oh yeah. So basically, our main point of the episode was she like an hour in almost. Oh, different. Okay. But we gonna talk about this damn. What do you call it, C Marty?
Potty thought.
Potty thought. Here we go. So the reason that I kind of alluded to this whole thing about people struggling financially, guys, is that not you, Alex. Even the Instagram models and people that you think have a lot of money, guys, that most of these joints have no money whatsoever. They actually are flat broke. And the funny thing about it is when you try to uphold this image, it costs you more money, more time, and more effort to uphold the lie. You see what I'm saying? So like they might show you the Chanel bags and them in Dubai every week, but everything has a price. And one of my favorite Bible verses is like, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? You know, and a lot of these Instagram models are soulless. And I'm going to tell you why they're soulless. Actually, let's let the video kind of talk about that first.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
I moved to Dubai to become a porta potty. And if you don't know what that is, it's women who come to Dubai and get pooped on for $50,000. Black girl living in Dubai. What I spent in a day living in Dubai. So y'all know I just moved into a new apartment and it been beating my pockets down. How I spent like $3,000 on Amazon and I'm still ordering.
I've been trying to do this new thing now where I don't judge people for how they make their money. Okay? Because we're going through some shitty times right now. As long as you're not messing with kids, as long as you're not hurting other people, if you feel that being defecated on for 50 grand in Amazon Prime account is worthwhile, do you think? But you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that Dave Chappelle special where he talks about getting pissed on by R. Kelly. Let me see if I can find it.
So I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody comes in here and puts a gun in my head and says, Chappelle, you got a choice to make. You're either going to jail for a month or we'll let you go, but you got to let R. Kelly pee on you. I'm not hesitating. Bring in R. Kelly and tell him to stay away from my ass. I'd rather get pissed on the outside than fucking the butt on the inside. So. I can't go to jail with some smooth Botox balls and think everything's gonna be all right. It's not that kind of place. Take my chance with that piss. Piss will wash off with a 10-minute shower. I'm certain of it. Piss coming right out. What can I do? They're gonna put me in jail.
Like, I wonder if it's like that for her, right? After you get defecated on, you go back to your hotel, you take a shower, and you're like, oh, do the washing right off. Get that Honda Accord I was looking to get.
Hey, bro. All right, go ahead. All right. So, as I was saying, guys, like, this is why I never idolize any celebrity, anybody I see on social media, any couple, anybody that shows a good life, because, as I said earlier, everything has a price. And you don't know the price that they paid to get where they at. Some people actually did things the right way and actually, built their businesses and actually had to go through trials and tribulations and actually aren't scamming people. Those are, a few people like that. But the majority of people, everything you see on Instagram is not gold, guys. Everything that's glitter is not gold. And most of these Instagram models, they have no talent. They have no kind of skill. And Marquette Devon Burton, shout out to the Saint and the Sinner, said it the best. If it took away their looks, took away their body, and they put their brain into a man, they'd be in poverty. Right. But, sex sells, beautiful women sells, and there's also levels to this game. I'm to a point where I'm trying to get, I would say to right now, as far as everything, body, income, the way I think, I'm a top 10% man. And I say that with 100% humility and all homage to God. But there's levels to this stuff, bro. I'm trying to get into that like top 1% and then being that 1% of that 1%.
Facts.
So I say all that to say, guys, is that these Arabs that have like this money, this oil money and stuff like that, 50,000 is probably like $5 to the average person. But to the Instagram model, 50,000, and to people like us, 50,000 is a lot of money. So they're paying them $50,000 to go over there and do unspeakable things.
They're probably doing more than defecating on
bro,
them,
because
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, this whole thing was actually kind of relevant back in, I think, 2015, 2016, the whole tag the sponsor thing. So they actually what they would do is they would pretend to be like a rich Arab person on Instagram. They would hit these girls up and they would get screenshots of these girls agreeing to do heinous things.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So it wasn't just getting defecated on. I don't know what fetish they have with defecating on women. That's trifling to me. Whole different thing. But like they would have to make them. They would try to make them do some bestiality things. Stick things inside them. And sometimes even like from what I read, it was children involved sometimes too. So how do you there's some things that shouldn't be for sale. I think that your pride, your dignity, and the fact you don't have to look God in his eye and to see Marty would say one day, be like, I let this man shit on me for $50,000. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody has a price for everything. And everything's not always about the monetary price. It could be the price of the love of your loved ones. It could be fame. It could be fortune. It could be a lot of different things. So everybody has a price. But at the end of the day, it's just some things I ain't going to do. I don't care how much money's involved because I have principles and also I have to answer to God for some things. And I got enough to answer to God for. Trust me. So I guess the question I want to ask everybody in the panel, Destiny, hypothetically, right? Hypothetically.
Why me first? But okay.
If a man said, you know what, I got 50,000 for you. And I'm not even going to go as far as the whole defecating thing. What if we just said 50,000, but I want you to come over to Dubai for a month and just be my sex slave. And it's not going to be anything like, no children, no animals, no defecating, like no weird stuff, just standard kind of vanilla sex. You think you do it?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't do it.
100,000.
No.
200,000.
Dubai,
No.
nice.
300,000.
No.
500,000.
Absolutely not.
She not
$1
going
million.
for it,
I'm
bruh.
not going.
She not going
All right,
for
now-
it, bruh.
Stop
Stop
the
the
cap.
cap. She
No.
not going for it, bruh.
No, because I mean, your morals have to, you have to have high morals and like values for yourself to not like succumb just to be a slave for somebody over monetary stuff. I mean, again, yes, some people have their price, but I mean, your pride needs to be a little high to not just give yourself to somebody just for a certain amount of money.
$1 million, Destiny.
No,
Okay.
your body is a temple. Everybody don't need it. That's the thing. And you shouldn't just put yourself in a situation where you need to be a slave to somebody. Where's your morals? Where's your values?
You really don't.
Oh, now he's gonna press
I got
it.
something more.
Oh, well, he was pressed. I
On
was
this
pressed
joint,
something else.
capping. Oh, okay, so
No.
you realize you're going to have sex one day for free. When I say free, you know what I mean with women, because sex always costs, but you know what I mean.
Not for
But
free, but for love. But go ahead.
yeah,
Whatever.
for love. So like, if you're gonna do this for free or for love, 1 million for 1 month, you wouldn't do it.
No, I'm not doing it. You can believe whatever you wanted to believe, but no. Would you?
All right, I'm done. So wait, what are we talking about?
If someone offered you $1 million just to be their sex slave, would you do it?
For a man? Fuck no.
For a woman, whatever.
A woman? How good?
Why you say, oh my man?
How
She
good?
got the chains.
How good she look?
Don't matter.
See, that's your
No,
problem now.
it do matter.
No, it don't.
It definitely does
It don't
matter because,
matter.
like, you talking about some like
She
who,
look like
who's-
Quasimodo, but she got all that money.
I'm not doing that shit.
No, what's wrong? Does
but
everybody have
like
a
the
price?
reason, and the only reason that I think that I wouldn't do it is like I don't think my dick would get hard. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Like Quasimodo,
Close
it's
your
crazy.
eyes and imagine.
That's not how it works for me.
That's not how it works, bro.
Now some niggas can't do that though, C Marty. Some niggas can't do that. Like I ain't one of them.
I'm not them. Like
Imagination.
I'm not them.
Why not?
Nah.
Like man, I can't say that on here. Bro.
Yes,
I'm gonna ask you about it
can.
later.
Okay,
You
so
can ask later. Okay, but it's been situations where I'm just like I'm not doing that, bro.
yeah, sugar mom somewhere, C Marty.
Nah, I when I
I
get
just
off
can't
the
do
air,
it.
I'll tell you.
Okay, all right.
I respect myself too
And
much. I
dudes will
can't
try
do
to
it.
clown me for. I'm like, bro, like
I mean-
what the?
Oh, okay, hold up.
Like, yeah,
Hold
y'all
up.
tripping.
I gotta trip Destiny up now. What if the dude's attractive and you had a good connection with him?
I can't do it. It's gonna be hard, but I can't do it. I can't do it. No.
Alex, go ahead. Same question for you. What you got?
No, I don't want to be a sex slave.
Neither do no.
For
I
money.
don't want to be a
Bro,
sex
no.
slave.
Most women not gonna say yes, bro.
I just want to catch them in their lives, bro. Because
I
they
It's
wanna
gonna be
be
a
a
different
slave.
type of woman that say, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it." Like,
I feel like if that's my man and I feel a certain way, and that's like we're in a relationship and stuff like that, that's different. But for somebody to come and say, "Oh yeah, come over here for 50,000," no.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
tell
that
you.
sounds
I'm
like
gonna tell you. I'm gonna
prostitution.
tell you how I know that y'all capping. Because, like I said, the whole theme of the episode is that everybody is struggling right now, and y'all gonna say that, "Oh, $1 million I wouldn't do it." $1 million would, again, it's not $1 million as it was 10 or 15 years ago, but $1 million would change your life. And see, Marty, this is how I know I'm gonna catch him in the lie right now. Have you, in your dating life, have you noticed an uptrend or a downtrend of women you're dealing with asking you for money?
I don't ask my dude for money.
I would never ask.
You don't
man
get a
for
chance
money.
to.
He. I don't ask my dude for money.
I would never ask a man. For money.
Anyway, see, money. Go ahead, bro.
Those
Like,
girls are
keep it a
leeches.
buck.
they asking for money.
'Cause they're
Off,
leeches.
I treat my
the
man-
rip, bro.
They asking for bread.
Because
off
they're
the rip.
leeches. They're trying to bleed you dry.
So I'm not going to believe that, because the joints that I deal with, I can pass a nail money. I know they're going to come over and suck and fuck. So I ain't going to believe for a second that a nigga going to offer you $1 million, you going to say no.
not all women are the same. It's a
Yeah.
no.
Like
Stop the cap.
Whatever floats your boat.
facts.
That's
All
not me.
right. So see, Marty pretty much just confirmed what I was saying. Like, y'all don't date women. Like, every girl, like, they're coming harder now,
Then maybe
asking
ask
for
the
more
wrong
money.
Those are the
Dog,
wrong
did you
women.
see? Did you
man.
see
I'm
the?
sorry.
Oh, brother. Did you see the? It was like an 11-year-old boy had a girl in his class asking if he got Cash App. Like, bro, it's getting crazy out here, bro.
And I did see that, and that's the funny thing about it, bro. Because, like, bro,
It's getting crazy.
women are just women are naturally just resource extractors. Like, I don't care what nobody say.
What?
There's no such thing as free vagina. You're always gonna be paying with something. I think you had said that one of our clips kind of went viral when we had Pre down here. Shout out Pre.
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
But you're always gonna be paying with something, bro.
And
Like,
they was killing me in the comments. And
Bro,
it's like y'all
murdering.
not even using logic right now, bro. Like,
they were like, oh, because he paid for pussy, that mean like, nah, he not saying
that's
that,
not
bro.
what I said,
he
bro.
never said that.
That's not what I said at all, bro.
But like, you just always gonna be paying for something. Even like, you just heard Lex say, "Oh, I'll ask my dude for nothing." It's just like because you don't really ever get the chance to. You
And
know,
I treat
like
my man.
what?
I treat my man.
But like, it's just like I say that women are resource extractors,
Not always.
and I say that women are coming into dates asking for things. And when I say that,
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
new one. I got that. But like, just stop it. Like, stop the cap, y'all.
That's not
No
cap
cap.
though.
All
Those
right.
women are trying to
Bring those
bleed you
girls
dry.
down.
Why would you even
Right.
stomach a woman that's gonna sit there and ask you for money and you just
Like,
met her on a
that's what
date?
I'm
Why are you
saying.
stomaching a woman?
Hold up. I never said that I dealt with them. I said they're asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. But you continue to deal with them after that? Or you're like, I'm done.
Well, if I listen, the thing that I'm doing is that I'm a person that pays for convenience now. I don't pretty much I don't cut my own grass. I don't really wash my cars like that. It's like I pay that to save time.
Okay.
So if a girl that I'm dealing with will just come over and suck and fuck for a minute, and I'll just give her some money, get her nails done or something, or get her some DoorDash, nigga, I will pay for that than going out and playing the game. I ain't gonna hold you. Go ahead and back me up, see Mario. See I'm full of shit.
I'ma
Which one's
just
going
say,
to be?
about to
man,
back you
jaw
up.
is on
I'ma
the
just say
ground.
this, bro.
She's not about to back
Dudes,
you up.
I'm gonna say this. Dudes go lengths to get vagina
I bet they do, yeah.
that I'm not willing to go, and this nigga not willing to go. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now you ain't about to have you ain't like because I've had joints come up to me just like off of just meeting them, asking me to pay for something. I'm like, bro,
That's
like
ridiculous.
I'm not that nigga. Now after you done came through and sucked and fucked a little bit, you know, we can have a conversation. But before that, ain't gonna happen. I can just imagine Alex's face right now. Just she's probably that dumb look on her face. Put the camera on
I
you,
think
Alex.
it's more like a. Never mind. I can't say that.
Lord help you.
Uh-oh.
All right, man. Listen, let's go ahead and unplug somebody from the Matrix here and get the hell out of here because I'm tired of Destiny's BS and I'm tired of Alex too.
Wow.
Sound like you want to fight.
I was gonna say
Duh.
something, but you know,
Duh.
Say it.
Oh.
But
it's
you gonna
not-
say, don't be afraid.
it's not
say
YouTube
it.
appropriate.
Oh, it's not? Oh, okay.
This is requested by our lovely special guest, Destiny. How to tell a guy I'm no longer interested in him. And we're gonna let our supreme narrator, Alex, read this because you know I can't see anything.
Glasses work wonders. I've been knowing him for years and I try to give him a chance. He's a good guy. He checks off most of my boxes, but I just don't feel a romantic connection with him. We tried it and I just couldn't get into it. I don't want to force myself to feel something for him because more than likely I'll start getting annoyed with him. I care for him as a person, so I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I'm tired of being a people pleaser. He wants to go on a date today and I agree, but I really don't want to go. And I don't know how to let him off easily. What's a nice way to tell someone that you're no longer interested in them anymore? Update. I told him I'm not interested in him romantically, and I also canceled the date. He understood and doesn't want to be friends, and that's understandable. Thanks for the advice, guys.
Let me go ahead and clap it up for once for this man. Let me go ahead, man. Good man. Good man.
Want me to stop sharing?
Yeah. So we're gonna go to Destiny. So Destiny, there's a guy out there, hypothetically, that you kind of been talking to, and you know, you guys gone on a date or two, and for whatever reason, you're just not feeling it. How do you tell him that you are not interested anymore?
I normally try to be honest, but unfortunately, I'm one of those people where I tend to kind of just fade away because I don't want to hurt his feelings. Because I have a huge conscience and I don't know how to say it without completely destroying that person. Because I care about how they feel. But normally I'll just I'm just not ready right now. And I got a lot of stuff going on.
A bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I will admit to that. Yes, because I don't want to hurt his feelings, But I normally try to just
Alex, so what do you do? Do you just do the same thing? And here's some free game for you fellas. When a girl says she got a lot going on, it's always another nigga. Without exception.
It wasn't that. I just wasn't feeling it.
But go ahead, Alex.
So I don't like to hurt people's feelings either.
That's what I'm saying.
So I mean, I'll have that conversation or I'll fade off. It really depends on how long the quote unquote situation has been going on. See, Marty, stop doing that.
The eye contact is wow.
Yeah, so it really depends. I want to say it's situational, but majority of the time I am going to just inform the person that I'm really not interested. It takes me a little longer to tell them.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I'm too nice.
But see, women, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. Women are naturally you guys avoid confrontation at all costs for the most part. So like you said, you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want the guy to kind of start blowing up when you reject them. Because let's be honest, a lot of guys can't take rejection and they're going to keep pushing harder after that. So I do get what you're saying after that. But this is my issue. Women, y'all will stay around knowing the guy's interested in you, but still continue to reap them benefits. The time benefits, the date benefits, this guy boosting your ego benefits. You you having a bad day because Tyrone and stroked you out again and didn't call you back. Who you gonna call to make you feel good about yourself? That one that you just said you ain't really interested in. So I was talking to my man D about this earlier. Shout out D. A woman's not going to have you around if you aren't bringing any kind of benefits to her life. And a woman's definitely not going to fuck you if you're not bringing any kind of benefits to her life. So just realize, fellas, if that girl has you around, she's getting something out of you. Because if she wasn't, she wouldn't be with you. So I want to go ahead and first of all, congratulate this man for doing the wise thing, what most men won't do, as opposed to trying to tell, be a friend, give her false hope, and stay in that friend zone, hoping one day she'll give you a chance. You walked away, man. Shout out and kudos to you. This is the first time that I've been proud of reading the date and nobody's read it. And the funny thing about it is the messed up part, she will be back. Because when you cool and let them leave, because she expected you to go the scent route, asking why and still trying to talk to her and date her and talk to her. Women, when you disappear and do stuff like that, they can't help but think about you. And I can promise you, even if a girl had no romantic interest in you, the fact that you walked away respectfully, you just go ghost, that turns women on. I don't care what they say. Because the greatest negotiation power that anybody can have is the ability to walk away and actually mean it. That shows that you're a high-value dude. And women love high-value guys. I'll just leave it at that. See, Martin, you got anything?
Absolutely right. Walk away, they're going to come back. A lot of dudes don't know how to walk away, man.
They always do. And the reason they don't know how to do that, bro, is because it's just so not really for us anymore, but for the average dude, it's hard to get women. And even, I'm going to speak for me personally here, it's always harder to go to get a new chick than to go back to a chick that's already invested in you. Which is why, like, you see a lot of dudes spend the block, and girls will always say, "Oh, it's because he can't live without me. He missed it around here." I'm like, no, you're just the easiest to fuck in his phone book. That's all it is. Because girls will fuck a guy they already fucked as opposed to trying to add a new body.
What if they spin the block continuously and you never give them no play?
Well, again, that's the issue. It's like women are open to dealing with you at different times. Because I've had plenty of girls back in my days when I did this, like that I would spend the block 2 or 3 times in a month. They told my ass no. Then 3 or 4 months go by, I do it again. They tell me no again. And then I hit them up a year later, and then they broke up with their dude or in a vulnerable state, and I get a chance to hit. With women, it's more about timing than anything, not necessarily about anything that you're doing right or wrong. So, yep. I think that's a good place to kind of put a nice bow on this and end it. Destiny, I think that you did a good job holding your own down here.
You did a great job tonight.
I'm traumatized.
Can you give her the clapping sound? Applause, please. Thank you.
Yeah. I got, let me find it.
See, Marty?
Get back in the kitchen.
Sorry, my finger slipped. Sorry.
This Negro, I can't.
A destiny that goes on to you for handling your own. You did a good job tonight.
Thank you.
We're proud of you. And Shanita, Naja, BK, Marissa, 1 point. Destiny's about to take y'all spot. I'm telling y'all. But Destiny, we appreciate you. I know I'll give you a hard time, but thank you for spending a part of your Saturday down here. We appreciate you. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say nice about you.
Oh, thank you.
Say goodbye to the people. Give your last thoughts. Plug your social media. When's your cousin coming down here too? By the way,
End of the summer.
End of the summer. Okay.
And also coming on the show.
Yeah, and also we're getting her line sisters down here too, right?
I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be able to handle it, but we're gonna see. Alex brothers and sisters? Where they at?
Listen, we don't want to.
Yeah, mine said no too.
We don't.
Nah, don't do
We
that.
don't even
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
Too close to home.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna hate me. They have a good image about me so far, and I don't want them to come down and be like, this nigga crazy as hell.
Because yeah, let's plug your Instagram and just
No, but we're getting lost. We're going to get at least one. All I gotta do is get my foot in the door and get them down here. They're gonna be like, this is the best thing ever. A nigga that kicks it straight, talks that shit, not afraid to offend. I love this guy.
I showed footage and they didn't seem too happy, but all right then.
Plug your Instagram, Destiny, and whatever else you got going on.
Oh Lord. Great show, guys. Thank you guys for having me. You guys can follow me at everyday.des_, for any of your travel inspiration needs, because you're gonna be around the world doing good stuff.
Nigga, she be in Paris with tea and crumpets and shit. She be doing the thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not gonna get you a man.
Everyday.des.
You know what?
She could get a man that likes to travel.
Her traveling is her career. Strong black woman, queen,
independent,
boss babe.
Make your assumptions. It's cool.
That's all you guys see, Marty, no more?
Oh, great episode, guys. That's amazing job.
Mm-hmm.
Lex, great job back there. Great narrating skills. TK, you killed it like always. And hey, if you trying to get in shape, you're trying to unpick your back, you're trying to get rid of your belly, you don't know what route to take, go ahead, give me a follow, man. See Marty Fit, CMARTY Fit, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Get some fitness tips. Best fitness podcast out. You won't be disappointed. Holla at your boy.
You forgot LinkedIn too, by the way.
LinkedIn, Christopher Martin, C Marty Fit on LinkedIn.
Come on, man. I'm doing your job. Alex, last thoughts on the show.
Great job. Great conversation per use. I'm here every Saturday, so there you go.
Yeah. How about you get your license to come down here?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's for content.
Yeah, all right. It's gonna be a lot more content.
AKAs don't play. Why?
Nah, that's all I've seen to date for some reason.
I like the pink and green.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say.
Oh yeah, I got that button. See,
I'm not gonna say what race, what people.
All right, but camera on me. Camera on me. That'd be like all our time to the next time. We about to shut this thing down. Ladies, listen, I've been kind of DMing some girls to try to get them to come on the show and things like that. So we're going to have some new ladies down here. We're going to mix the old with the new. Going to have some more guests. Like, fellas, if y'all at the DMV, you're going to bring some value on the podcast. Come down here and get with me and see Marty and Lex. Have a good conversation. We'll bring some girls on here and talk some shit. I got something I'm working on in the background, man. But fellas, let us know what you want to see. As always, I love and appreciate y'all. Like the video, DM us on the page, and that's all our time. To the next time. This is the Shattered Illusionz podcast. Kill the fantasy, build the dream. We are out of here. Love y'all, boys.
Shut this